everybody, and thank you very much for joining us. My name's Lynn Whitfield, and I'm a journalist with a long-standing interest in healthcare technology. And with me today, I've got Matt O'Donovan from Spark TSL and William Jan Terwiel. Is that right?
That's right.
from a Dutch company called Sentean. And Matt, we're here today because you've got some exciting news.
We have indeed, Lynn. Thanks for joining us. We're pleased to announce that being part of Valaris, Spark TSL is acquiring the business Sentean, represented by William Jan. We're going to tell you what this means today. We are incredibly excited because it brings two great companies together. It strengthens our product and our expertise in supplying digital transformation into health. You'll hear a lot more in today's session.
Lovely. So perhaps we should start by actually finding out what these two companies are. Matt, do you want to start by telling us a bit about Spark TSL and your development over the past few years?
Yes, it's very dangerous asking me to do that, Lynn, because I may spend the entire hour talking about this. But in brief, Spark TSL is the culmination of two businesses, one being Wi-Fi Spark, a company that I founded in 2003. Wi-Fi Spark is known for providing Wi-Fi solutions to healthcare and anywhere that it's very difficult to do Wi-Fi. So shopping malls, football stadiums and the like, and marinas, which is where it all started. Now, we focus at Spark on healthcare. We have some very innovative products, and I'm pleased to say that Spark now covers most of the UK's large acute hospitals by way of providing patient Wi-Fi, but also patient engagement and entertainment systems. In 2021, we acquired our competitor Hospedia, which I'm sure many listeners and viewers will have heard of. Hospedia provide the concession agreements for television in hospitals. And the reason Spark wanted to bring Hospedia on board is that we really want to change the business model away from a concession model where patients pay to a trust-funded model, and at the same time help with bringing some really smart technology in at the bedside and for bring your own device. So essentially, Spark TSL is the culmination of those two businesses, or should I say now, three businesses, where we're providing digital infrastructure for engaging patients and clinicians with a whole raft of different apps that will benefit healthcare. And the latest one of those is the Fusion product from Sentean.
Well, it seems like a really good opportunity to ask William Jan to talk a little bit about Sentean, because you've been on a similar sort of journey, as I understand it, in the Netherlands.
Yeah, similar, but on a lower scale, on a smaller scale. I'm involved in 2017 in the industry, in the healthcare industry. We took over a patient line in a very, let's say, difficult situation. They were in a very bad shape. And Sentean was Patient Line was doing exactly the same as Hospedia, offering television services and telephone services against a payment, so a concession. Everything was in the offer free to the hospitals, so the patient was paying the technology, and we did a transformation since 2017 till where we are today with a product called Fusion, where we really moved from television in a hospital to patient engagement.
Just tell us a little bit more about Fusion. What does it actually do?
Yeah, Fusion is born 2 years ago in 2022. To be honest, in the Dutch market, we were fighting a lot with a couple of other competitors. One of them was an old division from Philips called Care Servant. And instead of fighting with each other, we decided to merge. So we merged both companies, and we decided on the same day by fusing the two companies, we should create also a new product created by both companies and take the best pieces of it, which is now Fusion Bedside. And we have our own technology on board in Eindhoven, in the city of development in the Netherlands. And we decided to create a fantastic patient engagement solution based on an Apple platform. So we really developed based on iOS. Of course, we do support also Android and other platforms, but iOS is the one where we really created full transition from all TV systems into where we are today in iPads next to the bed.
Matt, it isn't just TV though, is it? What else do they do that you're going to be able to bring to the UK?
Well, I'm very glad that you asked that question, Lynn, because Sentean is a lot more. I think William Yan is very humble in his introduction to the products and services. So the Sentean Fusion product is a product that brings not only engagement and entertainment, but it brings an incredible suite of integrations whereby we can enable so many more things for clinicians and for patients. You're probably familiar with HL7 as a standard integration. Fusion comes with HL7 integration, allowing us access to certain data which will enable a whole raft of new applications to be delivered at the bedside or via bring your own device. I think that was the first thing that impressed me about the product is the development, the years and years of development that have gone into providing an extremely robust and scalable platform for enabling the sort of services that we're talking about. It's something that Spark have been looking at for some time, and we see this is going to be a real game changer for not only Netherlands healthcare where it's already installed, but also in the UK. And putting that together with the Spark Wi-Fi or Spark Connect platform, we can have a true bedside and bring your own device solution, which integrates with the hospital's infrastructure and can enable so many really necessary aspects of digital transformation. So, William Yan is certainly very humble. It is an incredible product, and I'm very pleased that it's now going to be part of our joint portfolio.
And I think it was just seeing the product that made you think, gosh, we want to form a partnership, or we want to get involved with these companies, we want to bring them on board somehow. Is that true?
It was sort of an I want one of those moments. And we have had a number of the features of Fusion on our roadmap for some time. And when I saw the product, I was really very impressed. And the first thing I did was found out who the company was behind it. And I think was it a Monday evening, William Yan, that you decided to pick up the phone and we had a conversation about not only the product, but also the two businesses. And that's where we struck a chord and realized that we were from very similar backgrounds, and the businesses had done a similar transformation or were involved in a similar transformation from the old patient line system to this new technology.
So now that the acquisition has been agreed, what exactly is going to happen next? Perhaps William Yan, tell us a bit about the next steps in this development.
Yeah, an exciting time in front of us, because I think with those two market leaders in the UK with Spark and in the Netherlands with Sentean, we have an interesting area. You know, in the Netherlands, we were too big, as we say, for a napkin and too small for the tablecloth. The problem was that the Netherlands is only 85, 86 hospitals. So scaling up is very, very difficult because you have to wait in the line until a contract is ending somewhere. So the UK is a little bit, if I may say, if you allow me, a little bit behind on this transition. I think we started already 7 years ago. And the technology is there, but we don't have a big market for it. So the UK now is a fantastic opportunity in all the integrations we have made with, nurse call systems, over the HL7 with EMR systems, all kind of food and beverage systems to allow patients to do their own meal ordering, for example, has been done. The integrations has been made. And now we can move the technology slowly to the UK over this fantastic Spark network. So that's a real challenge, and we really look forward to that.
Matt, Willem Jan mentioned a couple of specific things there that the Fusion platform's already able to do, nurse call and food ordering. Are those things that you're keen to start offering people in the UK quite quickly?
Absolutely. I think we really want to dispel the myth that this is just about replacing Hospedia technology. It isn't. Well, I say that it is, obviously, but the important drivers are not going to be the fact that patients get to watch TV, but it's going to be the value that the applications and the services can provide. We've all seen the statistics for things like electronic meal ordering, where you can save hundreds of thousands of pounds of not wasting food, and all the efficiencies it brings. In reality, that's just one string to the bow. You're familiar with that red button that you press when you want a nurse to come to your bedside. Changing that and moving it into the 21st century, where you can actually request a particular thing like a pillow or a glass of water or pain relief, just makes the whole process of pressing that button much more efficient. And we are going to be bringing a number of efficiency improvements, cost savings, and innovative new ways of delivering service to patients through this technology. And that is the exciting thing. The fact that it's already proven and in use and in service in Netherlands in some very big hospitals with those integrations in place means that we can get adoption far faster in the UK from a technology standpoint than Spark looking to redevelop, reinvent the wheel. But it really is those applications for driving virtual wards, for patient consultations, for getting patients with better outcomes due to greater levels of education and engagement, and maybe even discharging patients faster. There's such a lot of data that we're going to collect from the utilization of this product, which will demonstrate the massive ROI that it can bring, and just making life better for patients as well as saving money. So yeah, we are super excited by what this is going to bring, and very reassured that the technology is proven, and we were able to bring it into to our portfolio and make it available to the UK market at scale, with all the 365-day, 24/7 support that Spark can bring with it. So great technology and a great support organisation. We hope is going to make some great changes to the efficiencies of our hospitals.
And you mentioned scale, but Willem, Jan, one of the things that I think we talked about before is because it's Apple, you can actually deploy quite fast to small areas, can't you? So hospitals can try it out, see how it goes, and then roll out without sort of some of the NHS's difficult, long, tricky procurement processes and having to involve like the IT department at every stage and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that will definitely help them also to sell the new solution internally, to show, in a mock-up room or a ward or a division or floor with the technology in hands, what the difference is between, a static television and an interactive, real patient engagement solution, which is also delivering a lot of services for the staff and bringing a lot of staff welfare. As we speak, we are deploying for the moment a big hospital in South Africa with some support from the Netherlands and a local reseller in South Africa based on the Apple platform. And we can easily deploy 300 iPads in a couple of days if the hardware and all the facilities needed are in place, of course. So yes, it's very scalable. We can start small on a small scale and go as an oil flag into the ward and support them. Yeah.
Okay, great. So it all sounds absolutely great, Matt. What's the time scale? When are people going to be able to find out more, and when can they actually approach you and say, okay, yeah, I'm interested, tell me more?
Well, obviously, we have bought a very capable company with Sentean. Sentean are delivering product now, so the product is, I would dare to say, available now. My product team would probably hate me for saying that, because there is an element of integration that we need to do with the businesses. This is real hot off the press news, but the product is proven. You can get more information on our website, and I presume there'll be a description link that will go out with this content. But just checking out the Spark TSL website, you will see more, because we'll be promoting the acquisition there. We're deploying it now. We have a couple of early initiatives and early adopters who are taking the systems on board. And we're really excited about what it will bring. And it's going to touch so many parts of the digital transformation of a hospital. Clinicians will have access to the greatest technology delivered over, well, Apple. It doesn't get any better, with our Apple first priority for that platform. The support that comes with the Apple hardware, backed by the support with Spark, means that we can deploy very quickly. And you hit the nail on the head, Lynn, when you said you can start quite small. We can deploy from a single ward up to a 1,000-bed hospital. The speed at which trusts can adopt this is governed by what infrastructure they have in place. Hospidia has 50,000 bedside units and arms with power and an internet connection, which will easily migrate onto the Fusion platform. So replacing that rather old technology with a shiny new iPad running some incredible applications. It's going to happen very quickly, but obviously it will happen at the pace the NHS desires. But I suspect that this will be very similar to the way Wi-Fi was when Wi-Fi Spark took patient Wi-Fi to the NHS. The first 4 or 5 trusts that adopted it, the early adopters really set the scene for the other trusts coming on board, and it became I'm not going to say a cookie cutter solution, because that doesn't do it justice, but it rolled out very quickly when the benefit was realized. It's our job really to educate, to show and to demonstrate the product, and show the benefits that it will bring. But the deployment side of it is pretty straightforward, and we're looking forward to the months ahead.
Lovely. Well, thank you very much indeed, both of you, for telling us about it. As Matt and William said, please do go and have a look at the website, find out more, go and look at the social media, and yes, let's hope that we finally see a bit of digitisation at pace in the NHS. It would be nice to do that.
Yes, absolutely.
Lovely. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you.